Hey, what's up? Welcome back. Timo with Timo Paints. And in today's video, we're going to talk about when painting interior walls, what do you do first? Do you roll out all of the walls and then come back and cut in? Or do you cut in and then roll the walls? Before we get into that, though, I want to tell you guys, if you're interested in starting a paint business, I created a paint course. I'll leave a link in the top description, and I'll also pin it in the comment section below. There's a free guide in there, a pricing sheet that'll help you guys out with your pricing and stuff. It's exactly what I use to price all my jobs. So, and then the course has, different marketing strategies and ways to really grow your business. So if you're interested, I'll leave it down there. Feel free to check that out. So today's video is about how to paint an interior wall, like the right kind of process to do. So for me, I like to push along a wet edge. Now, I'm sure most painters will tell you push along a wet edge. Now, what does that mean? What that means is you want, when you cut it in the top edge here, you want to be able to roll it up into a wet edge on this top paint. Because if you allow the strip of paint to dry that you just brushed in, and then you roll up to it, see, I got my helper here right behind me because I want him to roll up into what I just painted while it's still wet. If I wait until this line here is dry and then he goes to roll it, what's going to happen is there's going to be an extra layer of paint. It's going to have a dry layer and then a new wet layer on top of the dry layer. So essentially what's going to end up happening is there's going to be like a banding. There's going to be a darker line going all the way around. So in instinct, and when I have a lot of DIY guys come help me out and paint, what they want to do is dunk the roller and just start right away and start pushing the roller around and just covering the wall as fast as possible. And then what happens is you go back to try to cut it in, and oftentimes the roller section that got painted is kind of drying, but it's still kind of sticky and tacky. And you'll go to like try to paint, and what you're doing is you're dragging it, and then you start making rope marks. And what rope marks are just deep brush grooves in wet paint that's not quite dry. So it like digs into the paint and leaves these lines, and it just doesn't look good. It just really doesn't look good, and it looks horrible. So a way to avoid that is just cut in first. Cut in this top line, have a helper with you. If you can't have a helper, just do a big enough section to where, the paint's not going to dry in 5 minutes or whatever. And at least it shouldn't. You should be putting it on there, a heavy enough coat to where, it's going to stay wet on that edge there for a good 5 to 10 minutes. So you cut in the top edge, cut in the bottom edge, get that roller, roll in that section, and then move on. And you just keep doing that. You can't really stop. You don't really want to stop until you get to a corner or somewhere where there's a natural stop point. So like if I had to stop, say break for lunch or something happened and I had to leave, take a phone call, I would make sure to stop right here where my cursor is on the screen because, it's a small little line. So if I did get a lap line, it would be a small lap line right here instead of like a big line going down the middle of the wall or a big line going all the way across. It'll be super, super noticeable. So when painting interior walls, just cut in first, do yourself a favor. And even if you cut in first and it does dry, it's still a better option than rolling everything out and trying to cut in on top of the rolling. Now, you tend to cut in a little bigger section when you're using a brush, but it makes it easier to roll and reduces the risk of bumping into the ceiling and having to do more touch up at the end of the job. So hey, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. So I know there's people out there actually want to see these videos. And like I said before, if you're interested in starting a paint business or you already have a paint business, or like say you're a homeowner and you want to kind of check a price and see if it's Timo would have bid your house the same, the link is in the description. The pricing sheet's free. The course is also be linked there. So pin comment in the description below. All right. All my tools are also linked in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.